little front section here. I did do them quite big because we don't have time to be sitting here and doing my hair for like 3 to 4 days. Sorry. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my moisturizer. I have to kind of like swoop down for you guys to see what I'm doing, but I'm going to apply my moisturizer. I am just using Shea Moisture's Strenghten and Grow Jamaican Black Castor Oil leave-in. So I'm leaving that in. I'm leaving that in. But I'm using that to condition. What am I trying to say? I'm using that to moisturize my hair. And then I'm going to take some jojoba oil and just add it to my scalp and rub it in real quick and to move it down the rest of my hair shaft. Alright, and then I want this braid to go in this direction, so that's why you guys see me molding my hair in that direction. I just always think it's key to kind of like wherever direction you want your hair to fall, you know, especially with my hair type where it's curly, you want to mold it in that direction. Then going ahead and I'm applying some of my Curls Control, Goddess Curls Control paste to my edges and to my hair. And I am just going to go ahead and I'm going to two-strand my hair. Prep my hair. Now the hair that I'm using is this Freetress hair. This is in the color number 27. This is what I have on the ends. And this is in the deep twist, but I will get into more detail on the hair and everything when I'm actually sitting down and talking to you guys about this. But I'm just going to go ahead and take a strand from there. Not that big of a strand, not that small of a strand, just enough. And then I'm going to grab some of my, I'm going to use a strand of this hair by Noir. So I'm going to take the Noir hair and I'm going to take the Freetress hair and I'm going to combine them like so together. And like I told you guys, I will have in this next clip like all the hair that I use and everything, where you can find it, all that fun stuff. I'm just doing the demo right now for this portion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this braid and I'm just going to take the hair that I combined and I'm going to braid it into my hair. So I'm just going to take this braid, put it in between the two pieces of the hair, and I'm going to start it off as a braid. I'm going to make sure that this braid is somewhat centered. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to braid it down a little ways. Let me make sure. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Okay. So then now, after I get it down to a certain amount of way, I'm going to twist it the remainder of the way because it's just faster. And this portion, as long as you get the hair anchored to the braid, then you're good. The rest of the hair you can just twist down, and you're going to cover this anyway with your Freetress, with your kinky hair, so you don't have to really worry about it being perfect or anything. So what I'm doing in the front section is that I want my front to be a little not all one length down. So I am kind of like making my front a little bit shorter than the back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna cut a little bit of this off like so. Just to kind of make it to where it falls a little bit shorter in the front so it looks a little layered and it's not just all one length with the rest of my hair. So now that that is done, I'm going to prep the hair to wrap. So what hair I'm using, or the Rastafri Marley hair, the Malibu Marley hair I think it's called. I'm going to use 2 strands of that and I'm just going to kind of offset them a little bit. I may end up having to cut this because this braid is a lot shorter in the front, and of course if you guys can't tell, I'm doing like an ombre look with this, so I don't want it to be, I'm going to ombre or feed in some other hair. So I'm going to start at the beginning, and I'm going to talk more about this process as I tell you guys about how I feel about this method. And there's so many different methods when it comes to doing this, but the method in which I decided, or what kind of works for me, is that I just take the hair, and you guys probably, if you guys Google crochet braids or faux locks, you've seen this method before as well. But I'm just going to take the half of the hair, okay, I'm going to lay it, hold on, flat on the braid like this. And I'm going to make sure, let me come closer, and I'm going to make sure that I cover or start to wrap it. Now I'm going to start wrapping. Now how I'm going to wrap is that I'm going to start to cover the top portion first, because that is the whole point. You want to cover that little, you want to make it seem like it's coming out of your head, and you just want to wrap them around, wrap it around as close to one another and as tightly as possible. And you want to do this all the way down. The only thing that you want to be careful of, and like right now I may have to like backtrack and restart again, is that this is a little too stiff for me. Because as you're twisting the braid, keep in mind that it's going to tighten a little bit because you are twisting it. And because I want this to be more flexible to this side, I don't want this to be super duper tight, nor do I want it to be tight because I just don't want my hair, you know what I mean, to be tight or to have any breakage. So you just want to make sure that you are not putting too much tension on the hair. But you're going to go ahead and you're going to overlap that all the way down. And it's kind of hard sometimes because I've noticed when doing this that it twists. Like my twist underneath twists along with the rest of the hair. And it's kind of annoying sometimes. And I'm like, I don't want you twisting with the rest of my hair, but you just got to be careful. And I just wanted to be able to lay over like this when I do wear it. So yeah, so I'm gonna just keep going. I get to this last little bit here. This is where I'm going to start to feed. You guys can't see me. Okay, so once I get to this last little bit here, this is where I'm going to start to feed in that blonde color. It's going to unravel a little bit, but that's fine. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of the blonde that I'm using. Or is it 1 piece? Because I taper it down. I think it's only 1 piece that I use. I think it's 1 piece. Okay, so I'm going to take 1 piece of the blonde because it's going to taper down the braid. Okay, so I don't want it to be the same thickness as the top part. And I also learned that the thinner it is at the bottom, the easier it is to seal off. When it's too thick at the bottom, sealing it off is difficult. So this is where this is a very hands-on hairstyle. I can explain it to you guys, but trust me, I can tell you guys, until you sit down and actually learn it for yourself and actually get your hands on, yo, it's not an easy task. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and connect one end of the blonde to the actual hair, and then I'm going to take this part and I'm going to continue to wrap it around the braid. And my camera is about to die. So I'm just going to tuck that end. Make sure you tuck in the end of that black or that brown. And I'm just going to continue to wrap it all the way down. When you get to this small tiny piece, I like to wrap it back up the hair. Back up the hair. Oh, sorry. I like to wrap it back up the hair, and as you guys can see, the lock is complete, nice and uniformed. So what I'm gonna do is take my lighter. Hold on, battery. Don't die on me now. So I'm gonna take my lighter, and I'm just gonna burn the ends. And this lighter, you guys, has been giving me a run for my money. It wants to work sometimes, it doesn't want to work sometimes. And that's it. I'm just gonna go ahead and burn the end of it, and that is a complete lock, and my battery is about to die. So I will see you guys in the next clip and talk to you guys a little bit more about this process. See you guys later. Euniycemari here, and so today's video is going to be all about my goddess look.